Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, it is almost unbelievable, this Lekki Tollgate thing, this incident. The Nigerian government is determined to dabaru everything with all manners of lies. The lies are so outrageous that the lies are now starting to contradict themselves. As guys, I bring you this Lagos shootings, why we lied about our presence. General Taiwo is the person saying this, the lead army person that is appearing before the Lagos State panel investigating what happened at Lekki. Again, the headline, Lekki shootings, why we lied about our presence, a headline attributed to a General Taiwo. So now let's now see what justifies the lie. The Lagos State Judicial Panel of Inquiry probing the killings at Lekki Tollgate on Saturday resumed viewing of the 24-hour footage of the October 20, 2020 shooting of hashtag protesters by personnel of the Nigerian Army. The panel, as unanimously agreed by the Council for the Lagos State Government and hashtag protesters, began the viewing of the footage in part of events on that day from 5 p.m. to 8:10 p.m. The footage was played before a packed audience at the panel, and the timestamp in the video showed people running from the vicinity of Oriental Hotel towards the direction of the toll gate in the Lekki area at 6:43. At 6:45, the military arrived and at least 7 trucks are seen in the footage. At 6:53, lights appeared to have been turned off at the toll gate facility, and the footage began to play in a blurry black and white video. At 6:55, the military drove through the toll gate, and at 6:57, flashes of gunfire could be seen. At 7:09 p.m., the protesters appeared to be surrounded on all sides by the military vehicles which had flashing lights. Counsel for some of the victims of the shooting, Adeyinka Olumide Fusika and Adesanya Ogunlana, took turns to cross-examine the Nigerian Army witness, General Ahmed Taiwo. Leading General Ahmed Taiwo in evidence, Olamide Fusika affirmed that there was no emergency situation at the toll gate on the 9th of October the 20th that warranted the intervention of the military. The situation at hand on October the 20th made it impossible for police officers to be mobilized from one point to another because the protests were directed at the police. They were attacked and their armory were looted and arms carted away by hoodlums. The Nigerian Army intervened to restore normalcy. The CCTV footage corroborated our account. We didn't aim at the protesters. We didn't fire into the crowd. We shot awkwardly into the air. Our soldiers were pelted with stone, and the only alternative was to react with gunshot, and they shot in the air. They dispersed the crowd from Oriental Hotel down to Lekki roundabout. A portion of the soldiers carried live ammunition. So this is where it gets interesting. A portion of the soldiers carried live ammunition in case of an attack, but we used blank bullets to disperse protesters at the toll gate and not live ammunition. The commander on the ground, General Omota, gave the order to shoot blank bullets in the air, and the following day I was at the toll gate. There was evidence of destruction, General Taiwo said. According to Olamide Fusika, the account of the Nigerian Army contradicted what actually happened on October the 20th. He stated that the Nigerian Army on its official Twitter handle at Army HQ1 denied intervening at the Lekki Tollgate and that nobody died as a result of the shooting. Responding, General Taiwo said, "The army denied being at the toll gate because we didn't have full facts of the incident at the time. I am not on Twitter and I am not privy to the Twitter account you quoted. Nobody was sent to the toll gate to break up or attack any protester. By my estimation, no life was lost at the toll gate. The governor said one person died out of trauma on Admiralty Way, which is 3 kilometers away from Lekki Tollgate, and another person at Yaba. It happened on Admiralty Way and had nothing to do with Lekki Tollgate. The governor that said people died at the tollgate was probably misinformed. It was shown in the footage that nobody died. I presented the BBC report in my testimony because it was the only report I saw, and a reporter of the corporation was there at the scene. We were at the toll gate every night to maintain law and order, so I didn't have access to other news networks. Responding to more questions from Ogunlana, General Taiwo said the whole 81 division was given the task of securing the entire Lekki-Epe axis. On the internet, we saw video of people screaming and alleged being killed. When the first report came in, I dismissed it because I knew our soldiers were not at the toll gate to kill anybody. I knew they were supposed to be deployed along the corridor. Earlier during proceedings, the chairman of the panel, retired Justice Doris Okunwobi, had noted that during the hearing of November the 6th, 20 hours worth of footage presented by the Lekki Concession Company LCC was given to Mr. Ogunlana, counsel for the #EndSARS protesters. Okuwobi noted that the lawyer had on that day informed the panel that he would sift through the footage and select the portions that will be relevant to his case. Responding, Ogunlana told the panel that he had watched the footage and had noted the parts of the video that are of interest to him. LCC has furnished us with the footage, and we have taken our time to reach out to the Council for LCC and Lagos State Government. We agreed that subject to their acceptance, all we watched is the same until 5 p.m. and we should limit viewing from 5 p.m. to 7:59 p.m. when the tape ended, he said. Counsel for Lagos State Government, Mr. Abiodun Owonikoko SAN, aligned his views with Ogunlana's submission. The relevant portion of the footage, which is from 5 p.m. to 7:59 p.m., should be viewed, he said. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the ever-changing story of the Lekki narrative. So now there's so many versions of this story now. It's almost like as though it did not actually happen, that this was just some drama script that we're discussing if it's feasible or if it makes sense or not. But this is something that actually happened. First, the army denied that they were ever there, and then now, of course, footage showing that they were there. It's impossible for them to deny that they were there anymore. And next, they then said that they were there at the invitation of the Lagos State governor. The Lagos State governor has now come out to categorically say that he did not invite them. So now they have now changed their tune. They've changed their story to say that they were going to guard, to protect, to secure the Lekki-Epe axis. So next they told us that no shots were fired, and then footages have now shown that shots were fired, and then next they told us that it was blank bullets, but the shell casing that was picked off the floor and was examined by CNN and other experts indicated that it was in fact live bullets. So now they are now telling us that it is indeed live and blank bullets that were taken there, but the live bullets were not used and the blank bullets were fired into the air. But then of course we've seen gunshots, we've seen wounds, we've seen bodies. So what happens now next is the real situation, because the fact that the army was there is not in dispute. I think even them have now put their hands up to say that they were there. The fact that shots were fired is not in dispute. Even them have now put up their hands to say that shots were fired. So now they are now disputing that the shots that were fired were live ammunition, but then of course in due course it will be proven that it was a live ammunition. But really where the question is for most people is who gave the shoot order. It is really who gave the shoot order that we're trying to establish, because of course to go go to the heartland of Lagos State, which is just the foremost city in Nigeria and one of the premier cities of the world, and open fire is not a decision that any average commander would take lightly. So there has to have been somebody that assented to them doing that before they proceeded to do that. So who gave the shoot order is really what we are now trying to establish now, because already we know for a fact that they were there and shots were fired, and a lot of people and a lot of evidence has indicated that it was live bullet. So the real question now is who gave the shoot order. This is really where the question is. Conversations in the comment section, the ever-changing story of the Nigerian army, but we will pin them down at some point. And by the way, if these people, because there's always this sense of impunity whenever anybody is in governance within the Nigerian space. We saw it under Ambassador, with, of course, all of the military rulers were all like that, and this now new military ruler is still like that. They feel a sense of impunity, but then of course the democratic dispensation is a fixed term type of governance. You only govern for a fixed term. So there is life after Buhari. When Buhari leaves office in 2023, if he does leave office, and he will have to leave office. So when Buhari leaves office in 2023, this incident will still be in place, and the people contending it will still be contending it. And the names now of all of the people that are aligning against the generality of the Nigerian masses are the Lai Mohammeds, this army guy, and all of the people giving all the orders, the Yusuf Beaches and the rest of them. So a lot of these people, they will still be within this same community. And once Buhari goes back to his base in Daura, that is the end of Buhari's protection over them, because Buhari can't protect you from Daura. There's a new man in Aso Rock, and if they have the misfortune that the person that replaces Buhari is a civilized human being who believes in the rule of law and the sanctity of the human life, if they have the ill fortune that the person that replaces Buhari is a human being, then of course then the stress has just begun for these people, because you see Lai Mohammed brimming and peacocking with his bad tooth. You know, I bet he's one of those people who like spits on you when they speak. So spitting on people all over media houses all over Nigeria, saying no, nothing happened. Where are the bodies? How can you have massacre without bodies, when everybody said and saw that the army carted away the bodies after they done the shooting? But all of this, of course, and by the way, the Lagos State panel went to the army mortuary to go and examine it, but the army forcefully marched them away. Said, don't let us dirty you here. Oh, this is what they said to Lagos State panel, and the clips are all over the internet. Don't let us dirty you here, oh, is what the army personnel said to the Lagos State panel that was insisting on going into their mortuary, because they took a pathologist along with them that was insisting, because they've not yet had the time and the chance to get rid of the evidence. Maybe they were going to incinerate it or throw it in a river or something, but the evidence is still there in their mortuary, and they were not going to give the Lagos State panel to access to that. So we all know that the bodies were carted away, and Lai Mohammed is preening and peacocking that now we did there. And if you talk too much, this is a guy that wants to go and sanction CNN. These same people want to shut down social media in Nigeria. So anything that dissents against their draconian and abusive sort of form of governance, they want to sledgehammer it down. And it is that sledgehammering that is the culture of this administration that now led to the impunity that we saw demonstrated in Lekki Tollgate on the 20th of October 2020. Conversations in the comment section. Come share thoughts about all this with me. But before you come share those thoughts, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. The bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Click on like as well, because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. Once you've done all the clickings, come join me in the comment section. Come tell me what you're making of this level of impunity. Just effectively kill and go. We use kill and go a lot in Nigeria within the Nigerian space. It's just a common parlance, but this is a specific and a categorical instance of kill and go. So this kill and go now mentality that continues within the Nigerian space, come tell me what your take is. So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section, but here I say peace.